Hi everyone, I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be making a Hello Fall sign, and it is inspired by my beautiful daughter-in-law, her mother and her sister. They went to a crafting show and they made a sign, and as soon as I saw my daughter-in-law's, I thought of this tray picture that I had bought from the thrift store, and I hadn't thought of anything to do with it. So I thought, okay, let me use this and let me see if I can make one as well. So this is what I'm going to use today, and I will be showing pictures of theirs at the end of my video. Wait till you see theirs. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, so this tray had some hangers on each side there. I'm just going to take those off, and then I'm going to pop off the backing, and so it'll just leave me the flat board, to work with. And I wanted to keep that brown border. I didn't want to paint it or anything. It's got that wood border around. So here I'm just gonna pop off the back of this sign and start working on it. I was a little afraid to pop this backing off because the sign in the front is like a paper, it's not painted, it's more of a paper. So I was afraid I was just going to rip it to pieces. A little piece on the right there below the word here is a little bit torn off, but that's okay. I still worked with it. So yeah. So now I'm going to move on. I'm going to tape off my project here because I want that two-tone look just like the inspiration pieces. So I'll just tape it off where I wanted it. I didn't want it, right in half. I wanted the top to be bigger than the bottom. And I painted the top white. I painted the bottom with the color celery. I wanted to use the color sage on the bottom. That was my first thought. I didn't have any, so celery is very close in color, so I just went with it. I think sage has a little more blue in it, but that's okay. It still turned out. And so yeah, I'm just going to give the top white with 2 coats, and then once that's dry, I'll pull off the tape and I'll I'll paint the bottom with the celery, and we'll be ready to go. And voila, it's all dry and ready to embellish. So while my board was drying, I printed out the word hello and then fall. The word hello is the font Samantha, and I got that free from defont.com. And then I just added some glyphs on the ends of them, on the H and the O. And then the word fall is in the font Hathaway. So here I'm just positioning where I want my wording because I want to leave room on the side for my florals and my ribbon. So here I'm just kind of eyeballing where I want it, and I found the right spot. So here I'm just going to add the word hello. When you're adding your decals and you're pulling your transfer tape up and a little bit starts to pull up, just lay it back down, furnish it some more. Furnish it. I didn't mean furnish. I got furniture on the brain. Anyway, yeah, and just lay it back down, burnish it some more, and then pull the tape back up, and it should work for you. I think that happened to me on the fall. So here maybe I can demonstrate what I'm talking about. So I don't want the fall, you know, I want it where you can still see that F real good, and it's, you know, on the white and the green. So here is where I'm just going to start pulling up, and I think it started pulling up right there. So see what I mean? Just lay your tape back down, burnish it some more, and then start pulling up. And I pull up like in a zigzag. It just seems to help me better. Not everyone does though. So anyway, and I always save my transfer tape for other projects because you can get a lot of uses out of one piece. So I'm just going to add my backing back on there and add that to my scraps. So isn't that cute? Super cute. So then now I'm going to use these blue pumpkin pick that I got from the Dollar Tree, some different ribbons, and here is where I started out making a bow. And I just wanted to mention to you all, if you are new to crafting and this is intimidating, remember you can always take it apart, redo it. Nothing is set in stone. The same with painting. You don't like how it came out, paint it again. It's just that simple. I know when I first started crafting, actually, even when I started my channel, I was afraid to, make a mistake on camera or whatnot. But you know what? Mistakes happen, and that is real life. And I like to include my, I wouldn't really, well, sometimes they're mistakes, but you just want to change your mind. You don't like it and, change it. That's it. And that's what's so much fun about making your own crafts and your own decor, because you can change it. So, you buy a piece at the store and you're like, oh, I don't really like this. Pull it off, put what you want on there. I mean, it's just a lot of fun to me. It's just it's a passion. Anyway, I'm rambling again. So here I'm just going to make this bow, and I did not like it. So I restarted. I took it apart and I made it smaller. It was just too big for the sign, in my opinion. It was covering my wording, and I just didn't like the way that it looked. So and here's where I grabbed my wire cutters, I snipped the wire off, and I redid my bow. So this time I'm making my loops a lot smaller, and just to make it more condensed and to my liking. So I like this bow much better. It was more condensed and it was easier to work with those loops. So here I'm trying to decide, do I want my tails one facing up and some facing down, or do I want them both facing down? So I went with the tails both facing down, and here I'm just playing with it and just kind of adding, before I glue anything down, getting an eyeball for, where I want things. And I just started embellishing. So I'll just play some music. I hope you're enjoying.
Cross my heart, I never meant to hurt you, but now you're slipping through my fingers.
And another little tip that I learned using florals and making signs and such, you want to do a dry fit. So you want to kind of add your pieces and before you use any glue, and just get a feel. That way you can, if you don't like it, you can move it. So here I am ready to move on after my dry fit, and I'm just going to start adding all my embellishments.
Cross my heart, I never meant to hurt you, but now you're slipping through my fingers as the darkness in me lingers. Was praying for possibilities, lately got the best of me, yeah. You got the best of me, embracing our insecurities. Better to cry and set us free, yeah. Oh no. We're running out of space between good and bad. Running out of words to apologize. Nothing left to say between you and I. You and I. And I, you and I. I've done my part, no reason left to keep you.
Once I thought it looked okay, I started to trim my tails, and I am a chicken when it comes to bows. I'm not the greatest bow maker, so I really didn't walk you through the bow making process because I'm probably not the best person to teach you. So I was out of frame, but that's okay because, like I said, don't do what I do. There's a ton of bow tutorials on YouTube, and yeah, maybe one day I'll get good enough to feel comfortable to teach, but for right now, no, I don't think so. So for me, when I cut my tails on my ribbon, I go long, and I probably cut 3 times on my tails because I just, I'm afraid that I'm going to cut it too short, just like that one in the back. Did you see that burlap tail? It was way too short. It was short to begin with, but then I cut too much off, so I just hid that in the back. So yeah, if you're like me and you're not the greatest bow maker, just cut your tails slow. Just cut a little bit off here, and then just get an eye for it, and until it's to your liking. And right about this time is where I had a duh moment. I should have added my trim, my edging back to my board before I added my florals, because I looked at it and I was like, oh no, I forgot to put the border on there. It worked out for me, but just in case you all want to make something like this, add your border before you add your florals and your ribbon, because I didn't know how much space that was going to take, but it did, like I said, it did work out for me, but it was like, oh, I'm just going to say it, oh crap moment. So yeah, so here I'm just going to add my border, and my piece just popped right in, and it was so tight. I didn't really need any glue, but I just added some glue along the edge here and there, not a whole lot, just in case I want to take it apart one day and make something else. So, and I didn't add a hanger because I usually use command strips for a lot of my decor in my home. So I'm just going to lay it on my table for now, and then if I feel like I want to hang it, I may put a jute hanger on it, or a nautical rope hanger, because I think nautical rope would look better than the jute, because this is such a big sign. And here it is, all done. Hello Fall. It's got those blue and white tones I use in my back room. I have it sitting on my table here, but I just may put a hanger on this one using some beads, because I really like the way my daughter-in-law's came out. So I may do that in the future. But for now, it's on my table. So yeah, I hope you all loved it as much as I do. And if you are new, stopping by for the first time, I would love it if you became one of my subscribers, and give me a big thumbs up if you liked my video today. And here is my daughter-in-law's. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? I love the colors that she used, and I love the bead hanger there. And then here is her sister's. I love these colors as well. This one just says hello, so it doesn't necessarily have to be for the fall. And then here is her mother's. Isn't that beautiful? They did such a great job. Thank you all for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.